I would like to welcome all of you back to the MFL network. This is Aphrodisiac bringing you some breaking news. Apparently, as of last night, some phone hackers hacked into the owner of Men of Steel's team, Ram De Lara's phone. Now, they found some images and some video that they have just started releasing this morning, and MFL News Network is here to break it to you live. First, we are going to start off with some of the images that Ramiro De Lara apparently took of himself, but we don't know who he was planning to send him to. Wow, that was pretty gross. Well, now the video that will shake up the MFL for this upcoming year and even have some controversy on last year's champion. This apparently was filmed at the end of last year, and Mr. De Lara was planning to distribute this out to all of the other MFL owners in an attempt to start a bidding war. So without any further delay, here's the video. Hello losers, owners. This is your champion right here. I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty up right now, but I know there was a lot of you doubting me last year. You know, after the draft, y'all voted me worst draft, and I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of worried. I thought, damn, maybe I up. You know what I mean? Maybe I didn't have the team to go forward. But then during the course of the season, I made trades and I made moves. You know, I traded for the Steelers defense. I traded for Megatron. I picked up guys like Victor Cruz. And even after all of that, I had a sick ass team. Y'all still thought he's gonna find a way to choke in the playoffs. He ain't gonna win the shit. Man of Steel doesn't have what it takes to win it all. All I gotta say is, look at me now, baby. But I ain't gonna lie, all of last year, while I was making moves, while I was making trades, while I was picking up players, I had my eye on this team from the East. And they were just stock loading talent. They had a shitload of talent. And I knew in my head that if I wanted to win my baby right here, I was gonna have to go through them. You know what I mean? I wasn't gonna have to go through Chew, Dirty, you know what I mean? Ralph, America's Team, none of those guys. Chumps. So I had to prepare a plan. You know what I mean? I had to think ahead. I had to think outside of the box. So I had to think. And you know what I came up with? I took my prized rookie and I brought him to the office and I said, hey Rook, I'm your owner. I am the only guy who took a chance on you. Nobody drafted you. Nobody picked you up off of free agency. You know what I mean? You owe your career to me because I made you a star. And I said, hey Cam Newton, how loyal are you to Man of Steel? So I told him, hey Cam, the best way you can win me a ship, because I got Drew Brees as my quarterback. Hey, how do you feel about being traded? Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Cam came to me and said, hey Ram, I don't want to play for nobody else but you. I said, hey Cam, the best way you can pay me back is to take out my rival. I knew there was only one team that could keep me from the ship. I said, Invictus. Cam, I need you to infiltrate those headquarters and let me know what makes them so unstoppable. You know what I mean? Let me know, how can I find a chink in that armor? I want this baby right here. What do I have to do to get her? So I said, hey Cam, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna trade you to Invictus, and you're gonna go in there and you're gonna play your heart out. But during the course of the week, in your off time, you're going to infiltrate headquarters. So a few weeks later, I traded Cam to Invictus. And you know what? Cam, being as loyal as he is, came back to me a week later and said, hey Ram, you know what? Invictus, they've been having a front. I said, what do you mean, Cam? He said, hey Ram, all of these names that Invictus has been going through, you know, 3 years ago it was Cali Chapter MCs. I don't even know what that means. 2 years ago, it was Invictus Avengers. You know, 4 years ago, it was Coachella Rangers. He said, hey, that's all a front. You know who his true identity is? Invictus Avengers. And I was like, what? Like, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean? Like, Avengers? Like, why would he hide that? And then it hit me. If you want to hide something, if you want to hide your source of power, what do? You put up a front. You know what I mean? You hide, you put up a false identity so no one will snoop around and no one will find your true identity. So, you know, a couple weeks later, he hit me up. It was like, hey, Ram, I got him. He trusts me. You know, because it had been already 3 weeks. And he was performing. He was hitting. He was leading Invictus to victories. And he was like, hey, I've gotten in so deep. He trusts me with everything. All right, Cam. And then a couple days later, he hit me up. He was like, hey, I got Invictus drunk last night. I was like, who, you got Steven drunk? The owner of Invictus. He was like, yeah, I got Steven. Or as I like to call him, Nick, or the fake Nick Fury. You know, he thinks he like runs the Avengers. You know, he's a superhero. So then Cam was like, yeah, hey, I got you. I got his source of power. Because every team, every owner, every player has a ritual. This leads me to victory. This is what I need. You know, and everyone does it differently. You know, whether you're fat hogs, you go cannibalism, and you eat your own kind, and you eat chicharrones the night before the game, or you could be dream crushers, and you tell all your players, hey, you know those tight white jeans you got? Put them on. The day before a game, we're all going to Gaslamp, and we're wearing tight white jeans. I know Dank knows what I'm talking about. Or you could be, you know, closet cowboys. And you go out to India Boulevard and you be banging out, you know, transvestite prostitutes for like $2 an hour. And hey, that works for him. Apparently, you know, he had my baby 2 years ago. You know, so apparently it worked. You know what I mean? Everyone has their own ritual. Everyone has what works for them. He came back a couple weeks later. I found what makes him roll. I said, hey, I need it. So that night, he, you know, pulled a recon mission, snuck out. You know, I snuck out in the middle of nowhere. He was in training camp. Met him in the middle of nowhere, and he brought it to me. And he was like, this is where I draw the line. He said, you know what, Ram? I owe everything I am to you. Here's the power. Here's what I owe you. You drafted me. And you know what? From here on out, we're enemies. Ladies, this is how I beat the Invictus Avengers last year. Here it is. Oh, wait. Oh, this is alcohol. Never mind. This is why I'm up right now. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Alright, here it goes. So, here it is. And I know some of you guys are going to say, what? That looks like body wash. That's body wash. Dude, you're full of shit. No. Hey, bro. I told Cam the same thing. I said, Cam, how are you going to bring me a bottle of body wash and say we're even? I drafted you out of nowhere. I made you. He said, Ram, one night me and Invictus were talking about, and he was all drunk, and he confided in me because I had led him to 3 straight victories and told me, this is simply a container. This is simply where I hide my power source. I could put it in a safe. I could put it under my mattress. I could put it in the closet. But guess what? If they break into my house, where are they going to check? Guess where they're not going to check? The shower. So this is where I'm hiding it. And that's what he told Cam. He said, Ram, I guarantee this is what makes him unstoppable. Took his word. I took this. And you know what? The day before the Super Bowl, I gave this to Drew Brees. And we all know what happened from there, right? Drew Brees, unstoppable, scored like 50 points. Led me to the championship. And you know what? For all you doubters out there, here it is. I ain't gonna lie, guys. This is... Alright, it's preseason. Hey, don't make me get all riled up right now. I might throw this on Drew Brees right now, but this is what makes Invictus Invictus. Now there are some of you guys out there like Dank, you know, you've been the bottom dweller of the East for the last 4 years. Hey, if there's anybody that needs this, it's you. Hey Pyro, if you're out there, I will give this to you on the discount because I know no matter what happens, it's gonna be funny. You know what I mean? I can only imagine what you would do with this to your rival Invictus, and I would love to see it. Hey, one more time. I mean, hey guys, put a little on me right here. How badly do you want to win the East? You know what I mean? Because I got the West on lock. I don't mind owning Invictus because who wants this? Who wants this? You know what I mean? So, this is your champion signing out. This is Sanchita signing out. This is Ian J. All gone. Signing out. And we're back. This is Aphrodisiac for MFL News Network bringing you the breaking news. Now we have got in contact with the Avengers front office, but we are still waiting for an official response from either the team or the owner. But for now we will just sit back and see if there are any punishments handed out to the Men of Steel. I mean, technically there were no MFL rules broken here. There were actually no laws broken here. But I can already hear the backlash that is going to come from some other MFL owners, especially the Avengers owners, who's probably going to feel like he got the raw end of the stick on this deal. Well, for the MFL Network, this is Aphrodisiac, wishing all of you hyenas out there, buenos nachos.